Hi guys, happy Friday. Have you guys noticed that whenever we hear about our ancestors or read about our ancestors, it's always like one-sided. Every every story that I can remember or have read is like how the colonizers treated us, like the atrocities that our ancestors have suffered. Um, it's always about they did this to us, as far as, all the stuff. We all know what was done to our ancestors, correct? So I don't want to like repeat it. But we're never told the stories of our ancestors who fought back. We don't never hear the stories about anything about our ancestors like fucking somebody up. You know what I'm saying? And that's for a reason. They don't want to give us any ideas today. They don't want us to think, oh, we're going to fight these fuckers back. They don't want us to think that. They don't, so we only get the stories of how we were mistreated and murdered and shit. We don't get the other side of the story because, turn the radio down. I don't want you guys to think that all of our ancestors were punks, okay? Because if they were punks, none of us would be here, okay? We have ancestors that fought hard for their lives, physically and mentally. Some of our ancestors killed some of the colonizers, okay? We weren't just like on our hands and knees taking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want us to believe, because that's what we're doing now. But it's false. We have ancestors in the past that really fought. They were very strong people. We only hear stories about Harriet Tubman. And she was a wonderful person, strong woman. But we don't hear many stories about the strong ones like Shaka Zulu, the warrior, and many other of our ancestors that we don't know about that did. They were successful at fighting back. Okay, we're not going to hear the success stories. And again, I tell you, it's for a reason. They don't want to give us hope. That's why we don't hear those stories. But yeah, a lot of our ancestors were very strong-willed. I've even heard a story of when they were bringing some of our ancestors over on the ships. A lot of them, not only were they pushed off the ship, but a lot of our ancestors rather had the thought pattern of I'd rather die than to be a slave. I'd rather die than to let these colonizers take me over there and do what they want to do with me. So a lot of our ancestors jumped off the ship to their death. And you know what? That takes a lot of strength. It really does. A lot of strength. I honor those ancestors that chose death over enslavement. Wow, that almost brings tears to my eyes that they were put in a situation like that, really. It's sad, really. But I honor those ancestors that chose death over slavery. I really do. Our ancestors were not punks. Not all of them, anyway. All right. I think that they were some strong, strong people, mentally and physically. Okay? The reason they ended up in the situation that they were in is because some of our ancestors sold out. They sold their own people. Sold their own people for like jewelry, food, many other things they traded us for. Yeah, some of our own ancestors sold us out. We have people like that today that sell their own people out. Oprah, Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay. We have always been known to sell each other out for different shit. So, damn, I lost my chain of thought. But yeah, our ancestors were not punks, you know. Like I said before, although we do have some that sold us out, we do have some ancestors that fought back, really fought back, and some of them were successful at fighting back, but we're not going to hear those stories. I want you guys to know that although we are still slaves today, we also realize that we are still here today because of our ancestors. Okay? The ones that did not choose death over enslavement, I want to honor them as well, because we are here because of them, because they didn't choose death over enslavement. I want to honor them today, this Friday. You know, we're here because of them. And we all know that for over 400 years, we have been slaves, and we still are slaves, right? We've been through the most horrific things that life could offer us from the colonizers. I'm amazed that we are still here. Amazed. We are an amazing race. Amazing race. We are still here. You know, I don't want to hear nothing about the Jews. Because compared to what we have gone through and what we are still going through today, it's no comparison. Okay? I don't want to hear about the Irish people. I've heard Irish people say that they went through something or whatnot. Okay? It doesn't compare to what we have gone through and what we're still going through today. Okay? Don't let nobody minimize what we've been through and are going through today. They try to minimize it. Don't let nobody minimize it. Really. Again, it's going on damn near 500 years of being slaves. They've done everything to try to dispose of us. They have done everything to try to have us extinct. And guess what? We're still here, my people. We're still here. Celebrate. Celebrate our lives, really. We are a strong bunch of folks. Yes, we are. And, man, I could sit here and name a list from here to there of the ways that they are trying to erase us from the face of the earth. And they have not been successful at it yet. So, you know, while we hearing in the news about all the atrocious shit that they're doing to our people, the cops murdering us, doing this and that, poisoning our water system, raping our kids and all that kind of shit. All the shit that we go through on a daily basis, our people. When we hearing that news and shit, just remember this. It's a proven fact that we were the first inhabitants of the earth. They found remains of the first inhabitant of the planet Earth, and it was us. Okay? We were here first. So don't let them tell you that Native Americans were here first, or we know the cave people wasn't here first, the colonizers. Of course not. I wish they had never came out of their caves. But they did, okay? We were the first here, and we will be the last race here. Okay? We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. No matter what they do to us, we're still here. We're not leaving. We're still here. Always remember that we're the first and we will be the last people here. Actually, they're beginning oh wow, I can't think of the word. It's a word where you cancel yourself out. I can't even think of the word. But anyway, they're sort of like self-destructing, going through a self-destruction phase. I mean, look at all of the colonizers that are doing mass shootings and stuff. You know, not only are they killing us, but their crazy asses are killing their own as well. But we don't hear those stories. But trust me, all these young, middle-aged, like 30s or early 20s terrorists are terrorizing the world, not just us. They're crazy. I'm telling you, they're mentally ill. So I just wanted to give y'all a word of encouragement this morning is we are a wonderful race of people. We're beautiful. We're strong. And don't feel like we're stuck, because we're not stuck. We can fight back. Even if it's not physically, we can fight back by not spending our black money. Okay? Because money is the root of all evil. I mean, stop giving them money, and I guarantee you, a change will happen. Seriously. It's all about money. Just stop giving them shit. Stop buying their shit. Do without it. I know it's tough because we're spoiled, but just stop it. Spend your money with black folks. Really. Well, it's Friday. I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. I love you guys. Keep your head up. Please like my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and press the thumbs up key, guys. Love you. Toodles.